Now at 9, how a couple of Miami residents are bringing back a Christmas tradition back to the city. Plus, with the release of a new Hunger Games movie, we'll hear from an area student about how well she'd fare in that world. And crews install Pittsburgh's first ever community tree at Pritchett Pavilion.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
This is KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. I'm Elise Snowy. A jury in Cherokee County, Kansas found a Baxter Springs man guilty of child sex crimes. Authorities say 40-year-old Jeremy Shrout sexually assaulted a minor between 2019 and 2021. The jury found him guilty of 3 counts of rape and 1 count of aggravated indecent liberties with a child. A sentencing hearing has been scheduled for January 24th. A Wyandotte man is dead after a crash in Jasper County, Missouri. The crash happened around midnight last night on Peace Church Road. A southbound SUV left the road to the right and overturned through a fence, then caught fire. The driver, John Lynch of Wyandotte, Oklahoma, died at the scene. A driver who led Joplin police on a chase today now faces a number of charges. It began this morning when an officer tried to perform a traffic stop on a pickup near Junk Stadium. The driver fled. The chase ended near North Jackson and East Street, where the driver got out and ran. Police used a canine to track down the driver in a shed. The suspect, Matthew Kimmel of Webb City, was arrested on traffic-related charges in addition to burglary in the second degree, tampering with a motor vehicle, first degree, and resisting arrest. He also had a felony resisting arrest warrant out of Jasper County with a $50,000 bond. An inmate of the Bourbon County Jail walked away from a work release program while on detail duty on Wednesday. We have exclusive footage of the inmate, Melvin Foley, during his escape. A man from Bourbon County Jail, Melvin Foley, escaped from custody Wednesday morning during a work release program outing. The inmate, Melvin Foley, was in this block of 2100 and South Horton Street in Fort Scott, Kansas, with other inmates and correctional center staff supervisors before he walked away and escaped. Upon notification of Foley's escape, a search for the inmate ensued. During his escape, Foley headed north to a residential area and came to the door of Billy Head. Head, who has a personal police scanner, said she was aware that an inmate had escaped, but never expected the inmate to show up at her doorstep.
And then the knock at the door came, and I was like, I'm not expecting anybody. What is going on? Who could be here? And so I cautiously approached my door.
After opening the door, Head came face to face with Foley, who was asking her if she had seen his dog.
Hey, did you guys happen to see a little brown poodle?
Though Head was not fully convinced of Foley's story.
His just jittering demeanor of not being able to give me a specific place of where he lived, where the dog could have gotten away from him at, like, alerted me red flag wise that something is funny about this story.
Head says she tried to hurry him along. After the brief exchange, the inmate headed north and had contacted her husband Tim about the suspicious encounter. Tim then contacted the authorities. At around 10:45 a.m., Foley was caught and taken into custody. After her experience, Head says she wants to see stricter protocols for inmates who spend time out in the community. Chief Meteorologist Doug Hetty joins us with the first look at weather.
All right, it turned out to be a decent Friday for us today. Of course, we did have during the morning hours some clouds and then of course a little bit of drizzle, and then we broke out, saw sunshine, nice day, 61, just a smidge above our average high. Started at 51, average low is 37. Record on this date is 79 degrees. Now, I want you to look at one thing. We've had no rain this month. I mean, we've had some very light showers, but no measurable rain. We need rain. We have chances for showers and thunderstorms as we go into the weekend, which is great. A great Saturday, windy with thunderstorms on Sunday, rain on Monday, another system we need to watch right after Thanksgiving. So there's a lot going on over the next 7 or 8 days, and I'm going to break that all down for you here in just a bit.
Thanks, Doug. Crews have begun installing the city's first ever community tree at Immigrant Park in Pittsburgh. The tree, a 16-foot tall pre-lit, fully decorated artificial sequoia, will be used every year to kick off the holiday in Pittsburgh. For one city official, the tree serves not just as a symbol of the season, but also city growth. The Joplin Empire Market is looking festive as we head into the holidays. Volunteers today came out to help decorate the market and included trimming trees, hanging a garland, and putting up ornaments. It's all in anticipation of the 6th annual holiday market.
You've got the holiday music playing, and you know, all the decorations are out, and you just have that like quiet, calm moment of just, you know, walking around the market before it opens on Saturday, and just feeling a sense of the, you know, comfort that the holidays can bring.
The holiday market begins tomorrow. It features baked goods and extra artisan vendors with a holiday theme. There will also be a holiday market every Saturday, culminating in the Christmas Eve market on December 23rd. Two Miami, Oklahoma locals teamed up to bring back a Christmas tradition that spans back to the 1940s. KOAM's Amber Jenkins has more.
Start to finish to where we're at right now, it was close to 80 hours.
According to Matt Redden, every hour building the 2023 Christmas street ornament was worth it.
The edges had to be filed down individually so that we could fit each socket correctly into each hole.
The 36-inch diameter spear was custom built with fiberglass and inspired by a tradition that dates back to 1947. However, the last street ornament was destroyed in a flood.
Lots of response from people, positive things about how grateful they are to see them back. It brings back memories. It brings back your memory of going to a really cold Christmas parade with hot chocolate when you were 9 years old. And
make everybody feel good, you know, enough negative in the world that this is a good positive, at least for our town.
This revival of tradition is thanks to Kobe Allen and Bill Osborne. They teamed up to bring back an iconic part of their childhood growing up in Miami, but not without adding some improvements.
The original balls were externally wired. All the wire was visible from the outside, and these are all internally wired. Just kind of clean it up a little and just make it hopefully something that'll last from here on out.
Reporting in Miami, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
The Christmas street ornament will be hung north of the Coleman Theater along with the rest of the city's Christmas lights. Coming up, a holiday push.
The CDC is warning people to get their vaccine shots before they head to Thanksgiving dinner. I'm Matt Finn in Los Angeles. The details coming up.
The new CDC director has a message about RSV, COVID, and the flu as people start gathering for the holidays. Fox News correspondent Matt Finn has more from Los Angeles.
There's a lot we can do to protect ourselves going into the Thanksgiving holiday next week.
Millions of Americans are getting ready to gather with family members for the holidays, creating the perfect opportunity for germs to spread. And now the CDC is making a big new push for people to get updated vaccines for COVID, flu, and RSV. Right now, the numbers are not anywhere near where officials want them to be. Just 7% of Americans say they've gotten a COVID shot within the last month. RSV vaccines are on a similar trajectory, but officials say it's due to manufacturing and distribution issues, meaning a lot of people who want the shot simply aren't able to find it.
So now's a good time to get the updated vaccine. I know parents are frustrated. I'm frustrated by that. We've been working with the manufacturers.
Of the three viruses, RSV is causing the most concern at the moment. The number of new cases shot up from 2,000 per week to almost 7,000 in just the past month. And with vaccines in short supply, a growing number of cities and counties are re-implementing mitigation protocols, including Snohomish County, just north of Seattle, where masking in medical facilities will be once again mandatory.
It's for not just patient safety, but also healthcare worker safety and the stability of our healthcare system, because we're seeing a lot of folks still having to call out from illness.
The White House is calling this week a, quote, holiday vax week of action, urging the public to get updated shots before Thanksgiving. In Los Angeles, Matt Finn, Fox News.
However, it seems people aren't going to let COVID spoil their festive fun. According to a new survey from KFF, about 75% of adults say they are not worried about getting the virus over the holidays, and 2/3 say they aren't worried about spreading it to people close to them. Doug is next with a complete look at the forecast. And later, a Liberal High School softball standout signs to continue her career at Fort Scott Community College.
Well, Friday afternoon turned out to be a pretty nice day, but we started with clouds and drizzle during the morning hours, but it looks great right now. Nice shot of downtown Joplin. Friday night, Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. We're looking off toward the north and to the east. Clear skies are going to stick around as we go through the rest of the overnight hours for us tonight. Now, temperatures, they haven't been bad, closer to normal over the past couple days. So we had lower 60s yesterday, again today, mainly lower 60s across the region, which, hey, we'll definitely take. And we're going to see a nice start to the weekend as well. Then we get some changes. All right, clear skies out there for us now. The system we had last night gave us all the clouds, a little bit of drizzle, is racing off toward the south and to the east. This whole bunch of nothing here, that's our weather on Saturday. So it looks pretty good. And then this spin off the coast of California, that's our next storm system that will start to move in on Sunday. So this is going to zoom across the Rockies and drop in to the Central Plains by the second half of the weekend. All right, let's look at Saturday first. Looks pretty good. Chilly start, 36, 59 by noon, 62 by 4. High temp 63, look at the sunshine. Then we start to see the changes. Now, the winds are going to be fine tonight and tomorrow, but they start increasing as we go into Sunday. We're going to have areas that have winds gusting 30 upwards to 40 miles per hour. Rain stays away, and then you can see our chances Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, really going up by Sunday evening. So let's go ahead and break that down. Let's move to Sunday morning. Cloudy skies, lower 40s. A couple random showers, western counties. Scattered showers through the morning. Not that big of a deal. But as we get into the afternoon, scattered showers and a few thunderstorms. Not a wall of rain, hit and miss. As we continue Sunday evening, it picks up in coverage, also a little bit of intensity. I don't expect anything too strong or severe, which is good. Scattered showers and a few thunderstorms last into Monday morning, and then we'll start to taper off and just go back to lighter showers. Rainfall with this next system. Of course, we need it. I think most of us a quarter upwards to 3/4 of an inch. We're going to fall somewhere in that range with this next system. The showers stick around Monday afternoon and then drizzle all the way until Tuesday morning. Then we get a couple nice days. Wednesday looks good. Let's go into Thanksgiving. Not bad. Near 60, but here we go again. Rain back in. This is Black Friday. Look at the snow trying to filter south. We'll have to see how far south that rain snow line approaches the four-state area later next week. So a lot to watch over the next week. All right, 63 for us tomorrow, 59 Sunday, 54 on Monday, only 50 on Tuesday. Wednesday and also Thanksgiving, a little chilly, but not bad. Elise?
All right, thanks. A Pittsburgh resident is trying to work with the city after an accident that left her son with a broken arm and a concussion. On Tuesday last week, Ariana Miller's 9-year-old son Kindon was swinging at Schlanger Park when the chain snapped at the joint, sending him flying back. KOAM's Fernanda Silva spoke to the mom and to the Parks and Recreation director to understand what's being done.
He fell down from way up high, because it was way up there, landed down this way, and had hit his stomach and then his head and his stomach.
Ariana Miller is describing the accident that led her son to a broken arm and a concussion.
And I looked at him, he wasn't talking. He didn't say anything, he just looked at me. And I look over and I see that the swing on the right side had broken off and had not only swung off, had completely snapped.
After a couple of doctor visits, Kindon is now recovering. Because of the injury, he will miss his first month wrestling in his first year of competition. Following the accident, Ariana Miller says her first attempts to contact the city did not succeed, and she was shocked she didn't hear back from them in the following day. According to Toby Book, Parks and Recreation Director, the reason for the delay was the cyber hack that impacted the city system. But he says they will, quote, do everything they need to do to support the family.
We're insured for this kind of stuff. We want the youngster to have a quick, full, healthy recovery. We will take care of whatever medical needs that they need. So we're there to support them.
Miller says she's not suing the city, but hopes they will take better care of their equipment.
So I just want the parents to be paying attention, and I want the city to go fix their parks. Suing to me is requesting more than just the basic coverage. I feel from the city, they should cover the basics, whether they use their insurance, they use petty cash. I don't know. And plus, you don't want to sue your own city that you're paying taxes to, because that's your money.
In Pittsburgh, Fernanda Silva, KOAM News.
Book says the city replaced the swings and that inspections in the parks are done twice a year. Park staff are also asked to check for broken things in their daily routine. Coming up, hitting the road for the holidays.
Millions of Americans are heading out for their Thanksgiving celebrations, but first, they'll need to get through security. I'm Alicia Acuna at Denver International Airport. I'll have the details coming up.
Today is the official start of the Thanksgiving holiday travel period, and the TSA estimates it will set a new record. Fox News senior correspondent Alicia Acuna has more from Denver International Airport.
The Thanksgiving holiday travel season is now officially underway, and it's expected to be one for the record books. The TSA says they're expecting to screen about 30 million passengers between today and November 28th, the highest number ever, which is why some make getting here early a rule.
To avoid all the, the long lines and everything, so that's why.
It would help if more people did that, right?
It would help. Yep.
Today and the weekend could be some of the better days to head out on your holiday journey. The 3 busiest days at airports will be Tuesday and Wednesday and the Sunday after Thanksgiving. But we're already seeing long lines across the country, including here at Denver International Airport, the 3rd busiest in the U.S., where long wait times prompted lawmakers to write to the TSA accusing it of chronic understaffing.
I have never seen anything as bad as DIA in terms of the airport security lines. They are worse by a magnitude of 4 or 5 than what I've experienced at other airports.
The TSA says its goal is to keep wait times down to 30 minutes for standard screening lines and 10 minutes for pre-check. But most air travelers are taking that with a grain of salt and packing plenty of distractions for the kids.
You just get everything charged, like the pocket chargers and stuff like that, so that they're all set, so as we're going through TSA or anything like that, they're just, occupied.
The TSA says all travelers should get to their airports at least 2 hours prior to their flights to get through security. At Denver International Airport, Alicia Acuna, Fox News.
Good news for those who are hitting the road this Thanksgiving holiday. Gas prices are expected to be the cheapest since 2020. AAA says over the past 2 months, the current national average price of regular gas is down 55 cents to $3.33 a gallon. Up next, the Pittsburgh Fire and Police Departments team up for a cookout to benefit children in need. First responders fired up the grills today for a good cause. The Pittsburgh Police and Fire Departments teamed up with the Burgers and Badges event. Folks could grab a burger, chips, cookies, and water for $7. All the money raised went to the Children's Advocacy Center.
We do not charge for any of our services, so all of our clients do not have to pay for any services, or any of the people that we work with do not pay for any of the services. So, and we really rely on grant funding and community donations, so this really helps us pay for a lot of stuff that we offer services for.
The cookout happened at Pittsburgh's Fire Station 1. 30 more minutes of news, weather, and sports coming your way. Republican presidential hopefuls converge on Iowa, looking to gain ground after new polls show President Biden falling behind. Plus, Israeli forces push further into Gaza as the United Nations warns of a growing humanitarian crisis.
You're watching the 4 states' most watched news.
This is KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. I'm Elise Noe. With less than 2 months until the Iowa caucus, Republican presidential hopefuls head to the Hawkeye State today. Fox's Madeline Rivera has the latest from Washington.
President Biden is turning his focus to Mexico as he wraps up his time at the Asian Pacific Economic Forum.
The vision we pursue for the economic future of our region will rebound far beyond the Asian Pacific.
But the president is having trouble selling his message. Migration at the southern border is a major topic at his summit with Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador. The issue is also one of his most vulnerable spots, with a Fox News poll showing voters see Republicans as better on border security.
There's a year to go here. The president has to fix the economy, do something about immigration, do something about crime. He has a huge job.
The president's approval rating remains low at 40%, but time is running out for Republicans vying for his job. With 2 months to go before the caucuses, multiple GOP presidential candidates, including Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, former Ambassador Nikki Haley, and Vivek Ramaswamy, are in Iowa looking for a much-needed boost.
In about 60 days, you all will pick who is going to be the next commander-in-chief.
Still, there is time for Senator Joe Manchin, who hasn't ruled out a presidential bid as a third-party candidate. He's rejecting the notion that his campaign would hurt President Biden and help former President Trump.
I compete to win, okay? And I'm going to work right now to try to win the middle back.
Democrats are also trailing behind Republicans on inflation and crime, but they score higher on abortion, anti-Semitism, and climate change. In Washington, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.
President Joe Biden signs a temporary bill to fund the federal government. The president signed the spending bill yesterday, one day before a potential government shutdown. The bill keeps the lights on into next year to give lawmakers more time to negotiate a long-term package. The bill has two new deadlines, January 19th for some agencies and February 2nd for others. Communications were partially restored across the Gaza Strip today as a humanitarian crisis there gets worse. It comes as Israeli troops prepare to expand their ground offensive. Fox News correspondent Alex Hogan has more.
Israeli forces pushing deeper into Gaza City on Friday, destroying what they say is an Islamic Jihad command center and training facility. They're also continuing operations around the Al-Shifa hospital. It all comes as Israel's chief of staff says troops are preparing to enter the southern part of the Gaza Strip.
The Israelis have made up their mind, this is it. We're going to dismantle Hamas once and for all.
But aid groups say a ground operation in the south could worsen a humanitarian crisis there. On Friday, Israel's war cabinet agreed to a U.S. request to allow daily fuel shipments into Gaza. Defense officials say it's a minimal amount, 2 tanker trucks. They're intended for Gaza's communication, water, and sewage systems following a blackout across the Gaza Strip.
We don't want diseases that could harm the civilians who are there and our forces. If there are diseases, the fighting could be halted.
And in Israel, a funeral was held for 19-year-old Noah Marciano, a soldier taken hostage by Hamas. Her body was recovered this week near the Al-Shifa hospital complex, along with the body of a 65-year-old woman who was also taken on the October 7th massacre. Family members now mourning their loss.
She was really warm, loving, hugging, kissing. She was everything to me, to her family.
Also Friday, Israel's army says fighter jets struck multiple Hezbollah sites in Lebanon. In northern Israel, Alex Hogan, Fox News.
A bit later, Christmas season is right around the corner. We'll take a look at some of the hottest toys this holiday season.
Well, Friday afternoon turned out to be a pretty nice day, but we started with clouds and drizzle during the morning hours, but it looks great right now. Nice shot of downtown Joplin. Friday night, Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. We're looking off toward the north and to the east. Clear skies are going to stick around as we go through the rest of the overnight hours for us tonight. Now, temperatures, they haven't been bad, closer to normal over the past couple days. So we had lower 60s yesterday, again today, mainly lower 60s across the region, which, hey, we'll definitely take. and we're going to see a nice start to the weekend as well. Then we get some changes. All right, clear skies out there for us now. The system we had last night gave us all the clouds, a little bit of drizzle, is racing off toward the south and to the east. This whole bunch of nothing here, that's our weather on Saturday. So it looks pretty good. And then this spin off the coast of California, that's our next storm system that will start to move in on Sunday. So this is going to zoom across the Rockies and drop in to the Central Plains by the second half of the weekend. All right, let's look at Saturday first. Looks pretty good. Chilly start, 36, 59 by noon, 62 by 4. High temp 63. Look at the sunshine. Then we start to see the changes. Now, the winds are going to be fine tonight and tomorrow, but they start increasing as we go into Sunday. We're going to have areas that have winds gusting 30 upwards to 40 miles per hour. Rain stays away, and then you can see our chances Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, really going up by Sunday evening. So let's go ahead and break that down. Let's move to Sunday morning. Cloudy skies, lower 40s. A couple random showers, western counties. Scattered showers through the morning. Not that big of a deal. But as we get into the afternoon, scattered showers and a few thunderstorms. Not a wall of rain, hit and miss. As we continue Sunday evening, it picks up in coverage, also a little bit of intensity. I don't expect anything too strong or severe, which is good. Scattered showers and a few thunderstorms last into Monday morning, and then we'll start to taper off and just go back to lighter showers. Rainfall with this next system. Of course, we need it. I think most of us a quarter upwards to 3/4 of an inch. We're going to fall somewhere in that range with this next system. The showers stick around Monday afternoon and then drizzle all the way until Tuesday morning. Then we get a couple nice days. Wednesday looks good. Let's go into Thanksgiving. Not bad. Near 60, but here we go again. Rain back in. This is Black Friday. Look at the snow trying to filter south. We'll have to see how far south that rain snow line approaches the 4-state area later next week. So a lot to watch over the next week. All right, 63 for us tomorrow, 59 Sunday, 54 on Monday, only 50 on Tuesday, Wednesday, and also Thanksgiving. A little chilly, but not bad. Elise?
Thanks, Doug. Runners from across the country make their way to Joplin ahead of a national track meet this weekend. Some of those athletes stopped by Royal Heights Elementary in Joplin to meet with some of the kids. The runners played in recess and colored with them, read books, and spent some quality time with the kids. For the NCAA, the event was a great way to give back and serve as role models for the kids. It was a great way to just have fun.
Definitely, like, the NCAA really has like a big initiative in giving back to the community, and it's just definitely like trying to act as a role model to the kids that obviously want to be where we are one day.
Well, they're pretty good. Probably playing tag with them.
The runners will be competing in the Division II Cross Country Championships tomorrow, beginning at 10 a.m. Coming up in sports, Colgan and Webb City football host home playoff games tonight. Plus, the voice of the Chiefs breaks down Monday night's Super Bowl rematch in this week's Minute with Mitch. John Dales has those stories and more up next.
High school football playoffs continue in the 4 states. Our number of local teams remaining continues to dwindle further and further. Tonight, 2 games are happening in our viewing area with 2 more of our teams playing on the road. Starting in Kansas, Colgan tries to punch its ticket to the Class 1A state championship game, which happens next Saturday. Tonight, the Panthers are at home at Hutchinson Field against Jefferson County North. We'll bring you highlights of that one tonight at 10 on KOAM. Over to Southwest Missouri, new year, new coach, but same Webb City. Cardinals host a state quarterfinal game this evening at John Roderick Field. Green Valley comes to town. The winner advances to the Class 5 semifinal next Saturday. We got highlights of that game at 10 on KOAM as well. Over to Class 3, Seneca on the road at Ava tonight. This one features 2 undefeated teams. Both the Bears and the Indians come into tonight with an 11-0 record. Only one can advance to next week's semifinal round, though. Just like with Webb City and Colgan, we'll bring you the highlights from Ava tonight at 10. Then over in Oklahoma, our lone team remaining in the Sooner State is Wyandotte. The Bears won at home last week. Tonight, they're on the road at Hominy. Stay tuned for a final score update on that one later tonight as well. Switching things over to high school softball, the early signing period continues along. This afternoon, a softball standout at Liberal High School commits to play at the next level. Bailey Couch is a three-sport athlete at Liberal. This afternoon, she takes the next step towards continuing her athletic and academic career by signing her letter of intent to play softball at Fort Scott Community College.
Liberal is a really small school, so this doesn't happen a lot, and I think the support in this community is really great. Like, I've seen more here at this school than I have really anywhere else, and I really like it here. In college, I really just want to give it everything I got. I don't know about playing time or anything like that, but I just want to go out knowing I tried as hard as I could.
In the NFL, this Monday night is a game fans have been looking forward to all season. The Chiefs host the Eagles in a Super Bowl 57 rematch. More on that game and specifically the two starting quarterbacks in this week's Minute with Mitch.
This week, the Chiefs have the Super Bowl rematch with the Philadelphia Eagles on the Monday Night Football stage, and it's our salute to service game. It's kind of why I'm fascinated with the book Swords of Lightning, how Special Forces, Green Beret, they train for the unexpected. Similar for NFL quarterbacks. The Eagles' Jalen Hurts has 34 wins as a QB1, but most of those have been on-schedule wins with on-schedule plays. Follow the script. But here's the litmus test for any great NFL quarterback. Down 4, 3 minutes to go, and 75 yards from a touchdown. Hurts in 55 starts has 4 fourth-quarter comebacks and 6 game-winning drives, 2 this year. Patrick Mahomes, 13 fourth-quarter comebacks, 15 game-winning drives. Sometimes you go off-script to win games. On this Minute with Mitch. The Minute with Mitch is brought to you by Como Jewelry. Every day's game day, Como Jewelry, Pittsburgh, Joplin.
That's all for sports. We're back with more news after this.
It's almost Black Friday, and as holiday shoppers make those gift lists from STEM toys to games for the family, we have a look at gift ideas with the Toy Insider. Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin.
The Toy Insider has holiday gift ideas for the kids from its picks of hottest toys of the season. The doll collection, which is topping the list this year for the Toy Insider. The Fresh Beats collection. Tell me about this one.
So this is one of my favorite doll collections. The Fresh Beats collection features dolls with custom blended skin tones and stylable, really cool hairstyles. Included some patent pending locks that the company created. The Dr. Lisa company is super known for their diverse dolls, and these are no exception. Plus, they have incredible high fashion.
One of the stars of the STEM toys this year, a gift for the young explorers.
I love the Space Rover Deluxe activity set because it introduces kids to coding concepts as early as 4 years old. Kids just build up the track, and then they can just simply press the buttons on top of our Space Rover to code the vehicle's way through the track to try to reach the flag, avoid the obstacles.
There are gifts to inspire creative artists.
Doodler Flow 3D printing pen is amazing for the family. This is for older kids, 14 and up.
Furbies are making a comeback.
They have more than 600 interactions with kids. They'll tell jokes, sing songs, say phrases.
Super Mario Brothers has an update.
The Wonder Flowers have different power-ups in the game. It'll bring some surprise elements into the gameplay.
Hi, Barbie.
Hi, Ken. There's also inspiration from the movies.
Barbie is always super popular, but especially now with all of the toys inspired by the Barbie movie, including those collector ones like Weird Barbie, which is so fun. I think that Barbie is going to be super, super popular under those trees this year.
In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
What district would you be in if you were in the Hunger Games? We asked some local students and we'll have their answers up next. With the release of the new Hunger Games movie, KOAM's Anthony Saviello found some fans of the movie to see where they would fit in the Hunger Games world.
The Hunger Games are to punish the districts. Those tributes don't have a choice.
In the world of the Hunger Games, those between the ages of 12 to 18 years old are pitted against each other in a fight to the death. Though this is only a movie, We wanted to see how fans feel they would fare in these games.
Probably the first one dead.
You probably the first one?
Yeah.
Allison Martin is an 8th grader seeing the movie for the very first time, along with her friend Becca, though the two of them differ on how they would fit into the world. What district would you be in and why?
Probably 1, since they make like luxury goods, and so I probably wouldn't be very poor.
Honestly, probably be in District 12, just because like I love the singing and dancing. It just seems really fun to do. Okay. And it seems like they have like colorful clothing.
Well, may the odds be ever in their favor, and in favor of the theaters across the area as they prepare for tributes hungry to watch the games. Reporting in Pittsburgh, Anthony Saviello, KOAM News.
Good luck with that poor little songbird. Where is she?
For a full list of where you can see the movie, be sure to check out our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. That's our time for tonight. Thanks for joining us. We'll leave you with video of 2 newborn jaguars in Argentina. We'll see you back here next time. Thanks for making us part of your night.